I'd like to ask you about the coolest fight that you feel you've had over the course of the 2 seasons. It's way too many, but
I like the bank shot job. I like that fight because it was first up coming back after the pilot. We've been off for about 6 or 7 months. This is my boy Shane. He's my stand-in. He's also he's Scott's fan. I knocked him out by face. And so the bank shot job, we've been off for a while, so we came back in and that was first scene up, and we did about 6 hours on that thing. And I just like the fact that, I don't know, I pictured that woman. If you guys know the bank shot job, it happened in a dirt alley, and I pictured that woman as my mom, and so I just tore the shit out of her.
And Beth, every time I see the show, the writers really get this quirky character, and when you read the script, it must be like Christmas because you get these bizarre one-liners, and you deliver them so perfectly. I mean, when did you realize the writers finally, just got it? I mean, it seemed to be pretty early on reading the scripts.
I think when they met me, they were like, "Yeah, just start talking." I don't know. I mean, it was there from the first episode. I felt like they really had it. John and Chris captured her voice right off the bat. I felt so. These guys all say I'm a big nerd, so not too hard, too much of a stretch. I think I told you a dual concert. Yeah, so did him, by the way. You're such a goofball. Nerd. Yeah. So yeah.
And all this, artisan is to know the geek. So the question is, are you as geeky as artisan? And do you get all the references in? Do you try to throw additional references in?
Absolutely not. Make no mistake, this one.
I'm definitely a geek in my own right. I mean, I'm a gearhead. I like to design things, and I grew up, just tinkering, doing art, and I actually like design watches and stuff like that. So I like to get into gears and figure out how to, take stuff apart, put them back together. As far as the whole computer thing, I'm getting my speed up. I got a book yesterday about hacking and security measures and firewalls and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to get a little bit low on my game because I get that question pretty often. I actually want to one of these times say, "Yeah, I can do it."
Yeah, I would not leverage. I like being part of this team. I wouldn't want to, do something like that. And just playing the role and being all together in the scenes is something that requires a certain kind of focus. But as far as directing, I'd really like to do that at some point.
Next question, please.
Alice, do you remember me? I'm the dirty old woman from the Supernatural comic show.
I told you to keep that on the low. My mama is here.
My mom was there, and when I got to my feet, I got hit upside the head. She told me that I embarrassed that young to death. Ironically enough, I'm not old because Christian and I are the same age.
Next question.
And he wanted me to ask you, when you were a kid, did you want to be an actor first? Did you want to be a musician first? And what came first professionally for you? Christian.
You got to get a little bit closer to the mic, babe. I'm sorry, the sound is... What was the question?
No, I talked to my dad on the phone this morning, and he wanted me to ask you, he's a big fan of yours, music and movies and TV. What came first for you when you were a kid? Did you want to be a musician first, an actor first?
Oh, I wanted to be an actor first. I literally grew up I went to 5 different elementary schools, and so I was always the new kid, and a lot of that I'd bring into Elliot just because I was always a loner just because it was really tough. Dad moved us around a lot, and I love him to death, but he did, and my best friends were the movies. So I wanted to be an actor, but surprisingly, I got my first role because I was a country singer. Which was, I did a show going on 10, 11 years ago called Fame LA, which was Fame. It was in Los Angeles, it was Fame LA. I didn't think anybody saw that. And I got the role because I was a country singer. So it actually worked out, and it's kind of, they both kind of brought me up together, which I'm very fortunate for.
Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Nick.
Gina, one of the things I'm interested in is that the writers always have been enamored at your skill in coming up with new accents, and they say anything they throw at you, you seem to. Oh, you can't hear them.
Well, you should turn around and the model.
No. And then the actors have always been very enamored of how you can take an accent and do wonders with it, no matter what they throw at you. So I'm kind of curious. Was there ever an accent that kind of threw you off that they asked you to do?
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with, you guys, I don't know if you know, but we make these shows very quickly. Sometimes we do them in 6.5 days, so we're working on, we have one script in our head, we're working on another script, and we have another one coming up, so I don't have a lot of time. And I wasn't very happy with my Italian in there was some chit-chat about that, I think, on the internet. With my Italian, but and I kind of got a bit upset about it. But then I thought, Sophie is this bad actress. So sometimes I think, well, she doesn't actually have to be a brilliant accent. But I think more importantly to me is that she's just so focused when she's in a con that even if she's not doing a perfect accent, she's convincing because she's in that character, she's in that moment, and she's like very motivated. So I try not to get too hung up on that because we work so quickly. But overall, I'm really happy. But there was that one Italian slipped me up a bit, I think.
Next question, please.
So, this is for Kristen and Elvis. You're both can fight, so when will be stick fighting involved here?
Better use a stick.